And now, Freelance Heroism presents Return to Ravenloft.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Deese.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier. Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
You changed the speed. Yes, I would. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Crispy, Nate, Breakmeister, and Rebecca. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone, and we couldn't do it without you, so thank you.
Thank you.
Rachel.
Deese.
Tell me about the Eggageddon.
So
no, the Armageddon. Eggageddon's better. Eggageddon's better.
So I am not a great cook, but I've been trying to cook more stuff lately. And so usually when I cook stuff, I will take photos and send them to you. Mm-hmm. And typically you're very supportive and very positive of what I do. Yeah. Even if it's something that you personally wouldn't eat, because I just eat a bunch of vegetables.
Yeah, so, that's true.
So this morning I finished editing and I was like, I'm gonna make just something super simple. I've made it tons of times. I'm just gonna
bang up job every time, as we all know.
I'm just gonna fry an egg and put some guac on a piece of toast, and then put the fried egg on the toast, and then I'll send Deese a picture, and then I will sit down and eat my breakfast.
Right, with a sense of accomplishment from your success.
Right. From having done a job well done.
A low bar set and cleared. Way to start the day.
Just an easy win, you know, just like
get your victories where you can.
That's
Makes
right.
Sense.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Spoiler alert.
So a few things happened with this egg attempt. So first of all, I got a different type of bread than I usually do, and this bread is too big to fit in my toaster, so I was going to toast it on the pan.
Right.
It did not toast evenly, so I had to smush it down to make sure the full plane of the toast.
So should I stop you incrementally and ask you detailed bits about it, or should I let you get all the way to the end and then just rapid fire through them?
You want to do a rapid fire at the end?
Yeah, we'll do a rapid fire.
Okay, let me take you on this journey. So that was the first part. So then I take the toast out of the pan, set it down, crack my egg, put it in the pan. And then I like my fried eggs. I like the yolk cooked a little bit, but I still want it to be runny. So what I've done in the past is that I will flip it and just do it over easy. But you taught me how to do it sunny side up, where you don't have to flip it, which is good, because sometimes when I flip it, I break the yolk, and that completely ruins what I was trying to achieve. So
sure.
I look at the
pan. I think I've broken a yolk outside of cracking an egg in ever. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So I see there's steam coming off the egg. So then I take a pan lid.
Your first mistake. Second mistake.
And then I set it on the pan. I also want to point out this pan lid does not go to this pan, so it does not fit the pan.
You know what? I was taking notes. Man, there's a lot going on here.
So it doesn't fit it. So there's not a seal happening, but most of it is, there's a roof, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You've closed your egg. Right.
So I go to put my guac and my Parmesan on the toast. It turns out I bought the wrong kind of Parmesan. I meant to get the shredded, and instead I got the grated. I also realized halfway putting the guac on the toast that usually I'll put a little bit of powdered garlic on the toast. I forgot to do that too. So
yeah, also powdered garlic needs to activate in liquid, so you should probably but anyway, it doesn't matter.
That didn't happen either. So then I, like sprinkle my sawdust of parm on top of the guac. And then I go back to my egg and the yolk looks like it's not like cooking. Like the top of the egg still looks very wet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna flip this. So I take the lid off and then I flip it and the underside of the egg is orange. It's very like dark orange. So I flip it. And so I leave that for a little bit and then I'm like, okay, you know what?
It was a wreck.
it's I'm still gonna like have my runny yolk. It's gonna be okay. So I go to like I pick up the pan, like the handle of the pan, and I'm bringing the whole pan over so then I can like scoop the egg out of the pan and put it on my bread.
Yeah.
I hadn't touched the egg. I was only touching the pan, and somehow the movement of me moving the pan from the stove to the kitchen island, which is not a far distance. You know how far it is. It's not like a far distance. Somehow that movement was enough to break the yolk, and then it just started spilling out into the pan.
What, you like give it G-force where you're like moving it like a training sim in NASA?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's rapid fire this. How was the egg when you were done? Did it taste good?
It was all right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You weren't on MasterChef or something.
But when I sat down to eat it, I was like, I'm not gonna take a photo of this for days.
Probably would have been a bad idea for you to send me that nightmare.
Yeah. So
okay.
All right. What are your notes?
There are a bunch. Okay. So this is what I wrote down. I wrote bread size ? Steaming egg. That was another issue. Pan lid size ? Parmesan shouldn't be grated. Powdered garlic, minced garlic needs moisture. And temps. Just that. I know what I mean. So we'll go in order. Bread size. Okay, so you could just use a bigger pan.
Well,
it never occurred to you.
The bread fit in that pan. I tested the size before I started.
But it cooked unevenly?
Yes.
So it's probably touching hard on the sides. Like barely. It was probably barely.
It was like just barely.
Okay. Also, did you let the pan heat up first before you started cooking? You just throw the bread right in? I
let the pan heat up first.
Yeah. Did you put some sort of oil or butter on?
I put real butter in it.
There you go. In the pan or on the bread?
In the pan.
There you go. Your pan's warped, and so it did make Okay. All right. So step one, just for everyone listening too, if you don't know this, if your pan is a steel pan and it's really hot, it's probably a good idea not to immediately douse it in water to cool it down, because that will essentially quench your pan like you're a blacksmith.
But
if you do that, it'll sometimes warp the steel. And that will lead for uneven cooking surfaces, which is what you get from a warped pan, which is probably why a lot of things that you cook maybe are not evenly cooked, right? Is that a problem you run into?
Could be. That is a problem I run into.
Yeah. If you put your egg in the pan, does it slide to one side immediately?
As does the butter that I put in the pan, or the oil I put in the pan, all goes to one side.
Yeah. So there we go. We've profiled one problem.
But consider this: I got to feel like a medieval blacksmith. So.
Did you feel like that when you were cooking it, or did you just feel like, damn, I can't get the butter to stay? Okay. A solution for if you do have warped pans and you're trying to cook something like that would be to, during the cook time, to rotate the pan around so that the way the liquid works with you to flatten out the egg.
Okay.
Right. Also, another good option would be, since melting butter directly in the pan will sometimes cause it to cascade to one side, just lubricate to one side of the pan. Spray would be easier because that'll actually make contact, and you can do that right before you put the food on, since it goes on thinner.
Oh, okay.
Good option if you have bent ass pans. Okay. Second, when you steamed the egg, did you put any water in to the pan before you covered it?
I considered it, but then I saw that steam was rising from the egg already, so I was I add
The
water.
steam was already getting the
'cause-
fuck out of there.
The
right?
sink is self-steaming.
Right, but it's not infinite, right?
But
So when
just-
it goes away and then you put the lid on, it's already gone.
But it would trap it when I
I'd
put
be
the
like
lid
watching.
on.
It'd be like watching a bird fly away and then throwing a box down over the empty space where the bird used to be, and being like, "There's a bird in here."
But the pan would trap the steam, and it wouldn't go anywhere.
The steam already left. You said you watched it go away.
I didn't wait for all the steam to go away and then put the lid on. I saw there was steam actively leaving, so then I put the lid on to like trap the remaining steam.
Here, in the future, why don't you make sure you got some extra steam on deck? You want to take like a spoonful of water, right? Throw a spoonful of water to inside when you're cooking the pan, and then put the lid on. That will steam the albumin and the top layer that normally doesn't make contact with the pan. That steam will be hot enough to cook that, so that you don't get that runniness.
Okay.
But the yolk will still be super loose.
All right. Yeah.
Next, pan lid size. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So the lid is too small, or is it too big?
It's too big because
big is better, I guess.
Okay. Because the lid goes to like my big pot that I use to boil
That's a
spaghetti.
Way bigger.
No,
fucking...
it's not my biggest pot. It's my spaghetti pot.
Oh. Okay.
But it doesn't create a seal because it's the lid is bigger than the pan.
Right.
So then when I put the lid on,
the handle probably tilts it up.
Yeah, the handle tilts it up. So there's not like a seal happening.
Yeah, I mean that's probably not your problem. I mean that isn't great. You should try to get one that's moderately correct size. Just cause. But if you can't, or if it's just you don't have one available, covering it with that kind of lid would be fine as well. But you want to make sure that because there is a gap in there, the steam has to be very ready. Like you have to have a lot more steam than you might need. So maybe 2 things of water in there before you do that will help.
Okay.
Though I imagine just the 1 spoon of water would have been enough to cook the top of it.
Just any amount of water.
Yeah. Parmesan. When you're putting Parmesan on things, oftentimes a good way to like not use salt as heavily. Because Parmesan kind of has that kind of flavor to it.
Right.
You can use salt on or Parmesan on all kinds of things and mix it in with things, but I would always recommend not using grated.
Yeah.
And using Americans love that green craft grated thing. That's like wood pulp. Like it's like, I'm not even kidding. Google wood pulp craft Parmesan, and you'll just be upset. You'll just get the little tubs or a block of Reggiano or something like that and just shave it.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Okay. Garlic, minced garlic. For everything. Everybody needs to know this. Those little jars or like little seasoning containers that come with garlic powder, garlic salt, or minced garlic, those little wedges. Those need to be they need to have moisture in order to activate any flavor in them at all. So like when you put garlic powder on, people go nuts with that shit, and then they cook something and it turns wet and it activates it and it becomes very, very intense. So they overdo it a lot. That's not great. So when there's moisture in there, that'll be it'll help activate it. So when you if you cook something with the minced garlic, you want to make sure that the cook environment's moist. You don't want to just sprinkle it on dry food afterwards, because that's nothing. You're getting nothing. They're dehydrated.
Right. But when the moisture in the guac,
that'll help.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. You want to let it sit for a minute and then eat it. So don't season it and then test it right away. And then temperature, which we've discussed many times before. Temperature, your old nemesis.
I had the temperature lower than I have in the past, but I guess because the egg was orange, it was still too hot. I think that we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but So I didn't realize that the individual burners could kind of get hot at different temperatures based on their order.
You thought that the medium
And
meant medium.
and also this, like, I think normally when I make eggs, I'll cook it on like a big burner.
Yeah.
But this time I cooked it on a smaller burner, so maybe that had something to do with the temperature.
Could be. Though generally when you're cooking eggs, you can kind of hear and look at it and see what it's doing, and that'll determine if it's too hot or not hot enough.
Mm-hmm.
So just generally, like, maybe even just spend a day, put a pan on, heat it, let it sit, put the butter or oil or whatever you're cooking it in, and then put your egg in and just watch it for a minute and see what it does.
Okay.
Like, does that seem too hot or does that seem too low? And then just take it off, do another one, but let the pan adjust to the new temp. And that way you can get a kind of an idea of where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay.
I'm trying to help you here.
I appreciate your help.
I'm tired of you eating these, like, skin graft eggs.
I'm trying.
They look like you melted fucking cheddar in a pan. Just hard and orange.
I am trying. I'm sorry.
Like a fucking wheat thin when you're done. No, it's not so bad. Just lower temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the future look for a pan that has a surface that is flat. Don't quench your pans.
All right.
If you're gonna use minced garlic, make sure it gets moist. Add a little bit of water if you're trying to steam something. Seems like a good idea. And don't cook on fucking Inferno. Like,
okay. All right.
there's some rules. And you too shall be eating eggs without orange bits on them.
All right. Well, now that we've all learned how to fry an egg.
Yeah. You want to try again?
No, I don't want to try again right now. Because I ate the other one, so I'm full. I don't want to.
That'd be a great intro. That'd be a great intro to bring your microphone into the other room and watch you cook an egg live. And just be like, oh, no, that's where, like, I could do like one of those John Madden's, like, circle right here.
Right here is where she messed up.
Yeah. Okay, to the episode. Sorry.
All right, we're going to the episode. This is Return to Ravenloft, Season 3, Episode 12. Can I have a word?
The boatswain.
Yeah.
Breeden comes over. He's like, Captain, you called?
Yeah.
What can we do?
Well, go ahead and get everybody on board Draga's ship. I mean, my ship.
Kill anyone left?
Give them an option. You know, they want to remain loyal. I kind of hold up what's left of the heart and go, I don't think we have to worry about any of them, being any more of a problem than your normal average everyday privateer.
No.
But give them a choice. You know, they can sail under me and that'll be fine, or, not. And then I'll let you figure out what to do from there.
Aye. All right, boys, we're taking the vengeance.
Sea bitch, Mark.
Sea bitch, too.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh no, it's
boys,
okay.
To the sea bitch too.
Yeah. I got a couple of things I probably need to close up before rejoining you. So once Notley gets back on his feet, tell him to make for Nevichar Springs.
I will make it.
I'm Nate. I'm talking. Rup, rup, rup. Look at me. I'm Nate. Rup, rup.
Did y'all hear that dog bark?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, wow, that was really good because I thought that came through on the recording. All right. Well, then I don't need to say anything else.
You should. Did you check Draga for loot?
Well, I mean,
yeah, it had the sweet heart.
I got a head. I'm sure he's got something wonderful on him or back on the boat. Both? Why not both? What does Draga have on him?
His rapier.
Ooh. I like
You know it as the Tempest Sky.
Yeah, I know it as Rain's rapier.
He's just.
I'm gonna say that's not as cool of a name.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying that's its name. I'll keep the name. I'm just saying it's Rain's rapier now. I'm just taking possession of it.
Pure.
The silver ordained hilt with deep blue sapphires in it.
Now, is this a silvered weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's it called again?
The Tempest
Sky.
Silver ordained with
You still have what I
sapphires.
sent you about it, right?
I should.
Messenger.
You told me that the sword is in a cabin, in his cabin in a chest. You didn't give me any specifications on it, though.
It's been transported to him. It's on him.
Oh, nice. Well, now
That way you don't have to go back. That's why you don't have to go back to the
transported
ship.
to me. Okay.
Acceptable.
Very acceptable. Nice. All right.
To give you a quick breakdown, it has 6 charges at dawn. If you blow 3 of the charges, you can call lightning or do a bolt of lightning with it. DC save on that's DC 15. If you blow 2 charges for a minute, you activate a cloud wall protection around yourself, giving you 2 AC for a minute. If it's raining, you get 2 charges, but only you get an extra 2 on top of the 6. Only in the rain, it doesn't stack on multiple days. And as long as it has a charge, you have a +1 to the weapon and a 1d6 lightning. As long as it has a charge.
So just to make sure, every morning I get 6 charges.
Hmm.
I get an
You
additional.
don't get more than it doesn't get more than
can't-
6.
More than 6, but I can get
Yeah.
+2 if it rains.
If it rains, and only during the rain. If the
Only during
rain
the
stops, then
They'll
those 2 go away.
With 2 charges, I can cast Cloud Wall, which gives me +2 AC for 1 minute.
Hmm.
3 charges gives me a lightning bolt, which has a DC 15 save.
Lightning bolt or a call lightning spell.
Or call light. Okay, I think I got it.
All right.
And then +1 to attack with 1d6 lightning damage as long as it has at least 1 charge. You got an airship, but I got me a cool sword.
Yeah, those are equal. Those are equal things.
Yeah, well. Okay. So, and that's the only thing I find on him of value.
On him, yes. The ship has some other
Okay.
items, but
Okay. I will instruct Breeden to search the ship and report back to me if he finds anything of use.
all right.
None of them can turn into sharks.
Well, none of them could turn into sharks before, so
Well, none
Not
of them
his
can turn
crew.
into sea creatures, right?
right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, any of his crew that might be left over there, they were all turned to sharks from Draga as well. So, what I did freed everybody. In which
And
case,
Adam-
I'm hoping, yeah.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, and that's why I'm like, don't kill them all. At least give them the opportunity where if they want to, swear fealty, loyalty, whatever you want to call it, to me for having remove the curse from them, then that's fine. But if they want to be a bunch of dicks, they can.
That has some weird vibes to it. It's like,
Oh.
hey, I'm going to take away your only weapon and leave you here in Barovia, stranded.
Well,
good luck.
Well, technically,
Because average people always do well here.
Yeah.
out of game
You
for
know,
any
out of-
rule lawyer. Go for it.
I was just thinking, do you think that Rain would have any feeling of responsibility towards leaving these people unarmed and undefended in a world meant to destroy people?
Well, I mean, that's why I'm giving them the option to join the crew. It's like
Technically, that crew is from another of the Dread Realms.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That is true, too.
Now I was gonna say, because we may actually get a listener who knows the history of Draga if they go back to the older editions. And technically, as a Dark Lord, his power, if he dies, his soul gets split among all the sharks in the realm, and then you have to hunt down and kill all the sharks to actually destroy him. But when his realm fell, which is why he's in Darkon,
Yeah.
he lost that ability to spread his soul gets spread among all the sharks of the realm.
Okay.
Also, you have any idea how long a campaign is going to be? You guys trying to hunt down sharks across the whole thing? This isn't Assassin's Creed
fishing
Black
mini
Flag. We're not.
game.
Yeah, we're not playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag to go shark hunting throughout the entire fucking map.
I'm not playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag no matter what.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I go back to Odyssey, and that's as far back as I go. That's it.
all good.
Anything past Odyssey is a lot of. Ugh. Is this done yet? Is this done yet?
Yeah. No, but
I was on the other
yeah.
side of that, and I played from the first one forward.
On a side note, that is not relevant to the game at
No.
all, but it is a video game. Tsushima is the best game I've played in a decade. Outside of any Final Fantasies don't count because it's unfair. But
it is an incredible game.
that game is so good. I literally lost 4 hours earlier today just fucking riding my horse around doing side quests.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I mean, every one of them I had a real reaction to.
Yeah.
I don't do stealth missions at all in that game because I am a fucking monster.
Mm-hmm. I remember I got to a point where I was like, I'm pretty sure the next part is like kind of the final part of the game. And I ran around doing every single side quest and exploring all over because I did not want to finish the game yet.
My build,
so good.
My charm selection is so fucking good. I've got maxed out heavy samurai armor.
Mm-hmm.
I have the proc rate double damage, and all three the maximum amount of opens when you do the standoffs. So now every time I go into combat, the first 3 people are dead immediately.
Have you done any of the stories from the Bard?
I have. They just tried to get me to do this archer thing, and I can't justify going on a mission to go find this armor because I'm like, it would be easy, I'm certain, but I'm not wearing that shit. The armor I have now does 30% reduced damage from everything that hits me. Every time I kill someone, I gain all of the health that I lost back.
Yeah.
And I kill people so fucking quick. It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I do like this quick sidestep out of the way and then auto counterattack with a quick counterattack, and then go into wind stance to get 5 consecutive overhead chops. It's bad.
Yeah.
I got the exploding bombs, the Mongol exploding bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll never use them. Why would I?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure it gets harder, but it's not hard right now, and I'm fucking like eviscerating entire armies. Like they threw 26, 27 enemies at me earlier. And it was like, I think there was supposed to be some thing where like you kind of walked back to an area to kind of cordon it up, but I just walked right into the crowd and just like crazy. I'll finish it before my 31 days is up.
Is that
yes.
how long it is? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's what I figured.
16, yep.
I'll miss you.
Yeah.
This was good.
Well. This was good. What we had was nice. Don't worry, it's only gonna be 2 weeks. It's 100% that shit up and down. Yeah. I'm gonna have that game beat in 4 days. There's no fucking way.
All right.
That's going on back into the city. As you guys are walking down, you see the barricades, you see things up. You guys cross. Not that one. The tavern sirens lament, and the door's boarded up. Serial puts her foot right through the door, kicking the beams and
Yeah, that's a good kick.
boards off.
Yeah,
She's
that's how
like,
you kick a door.
"You think you can kick better?"
No, you've got good technique. That's all I'm saying.
Same technique I use to crush skulls.
Oh.
That whole family's footwork is amazing. Then it's like door off the hinges.
All right.
Someone comes running out with a sword, and she quickly catches it catches their hand, twists the wrist. The other arm goes through, snaps through the elbow,
Oh God.
and then
All right.
sends them off flying down the street,
Okay.
rolling. I didn't kill him.
No, you did not.
You see, they're screaming on the floor, bone sticking out of the elbow.
I'm gonna yell sorry to them, which is me casting healing word at them. And I will.
You sure you're Kestrel?
Yes, that's what a lot of people here call me.
She kind of gets a little closer to you. I took Damakos' head off.
You killed Damokos?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Kind of had a leash thingy. He always acted like he was the boss and like he ran the squad, and got old.
Oh man, it's such a bummer that we couldn't have got here a little earlier, because then we could have released this episode on Mother's Day.
All right, what were you saying?
I wanted to incite her.
All right.
Okay. I rolled very low, so I only got a 17.
Trying to insight she's telling the truth.
I'm trying to insight sort of why she's telling me this right now.
You can tell she's seeing if she gets a rise out of you.
Okay, that's what I figured. Well, if that's what you felt like you had to do at the time, then that's what you did.
She kind of looks at you. She's been around the humans too much. She walks in the tavern. Anybody looking to die? Or can we just take it?
We just want some supplies.
They're all hiding. She walks back to the bar, behind the counter, picks up an ale, pops the lid, begins to drink it as she starts pillaging, pulling shit out.
I'm also gonna grab some supplies, but I'm also gonna try to, like, I don't want to take everything because probably these people have been through a lot, so they also need their supplies. So I'm gonna try to take like some stuff, but sort of like in the back of cabinets, like leave some supplies for them.
Supplies
Yeah, she's not.
and videotape.
She gets a sack full and begins to walk out and sets it down on the spot of the docks. All right. Should be a tavern a little bit further down. We'll hit that too.
Okay. I'll leave my supplies with hers.
She looks back. Anyone touches it, I take off the offending arm. See, not killing.
Yeah.
They can bleed to death on the docks.
That'll definitely send a message.
Objection, Your Honor. Bleeding the witness.
So are you any good with that sword, or?
Hmm?
You any good with that sword?
I'm excellent with this sword.
Paladin, did you steal it from?
I didn't steal it.
It was stolen for me.
I assume she's talking about the Leiden blade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Adrie also still has the. Well, I guess she probably left it up on the boat. The other one.
Hint. Ahem.
I didn't steal this. It was meant for me, I think.
Looks at it a little closer.
It's not
Oh,
stealing.
you one of those fancy elven families. Passed out a moon blade.
God, I wish I were there.
Out of Adrie and her mother, Adrie is not the fancy one.
I bet you people only, meditate 3 hours a day.
Like,
I
must
will.
be nice.
I'll draw the sword so she can see like the runes that like light up on it, and
It's a fancy moon blade. Luckily, they're not there. I mean, they're not worth stealing. They don't work for anyone but the bloodline they belong to, and whoever the hell it chooses.
Hint.
That's
Spoiler,
true.
hint. Sorry. The power of Christ compels you. Sorry.
Just surprised Adrie's like, here, would you like to try holding it? It's just.
Well,
I'm screaming that in my mind.
I'm concerned because I think if someone who like isn't meant to hold it tries to wield it, I think something bad happens to them.
Oh.
And so I don't want, like, I don't know how it will react. Adrie doesn't know how the sword would react to her, and she doesn't want to like have her hold it and then like it shocks her or something, and then
she explodes.
Right,
She
yeah.
spontaneously
Like in the Blade
it's-
movies where they try to hold his sword and it like rips their hand open.
Yeah.
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 But it's tied to, well, I guess Adrie doesn't really, it's tied to bloodline. So to me,
It is, but it's also tied to one elf. And it will not
okay.
go to another Leiden until Adrie dies.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, boy, have I got a solution for you. I wish I could initiate a message, but I can't. So, all right, there we are. How far up the dock are they? Just out of curiosity, from where we were. That's I don't
A few
know
hundred
that.
feet.
Okay. Could they see me?
Yeah, I mean, they're on the docks. I mean, yeah, they can see you.
I'll whistle.
Look back at him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a hand gesture in Thieves' Cant. Can you read this? To both?
I will gesture back yes.
Duh. Yeah. You looking at that character sheet? I got some notes for you, D-Walk. She cannot.
I would assume she can, unless she's learned something within the last 10 years. She cannot.
Yeah, elves take longer than 10 years to learn things.
No, she cannot read these, Kent.
Yeah.
No matter how much time she spent with Ludo.
By looking at her face, I'm just gonna be like, I take that as a no with my hand. I'm going to hand gesture message.
I don't think I can cast message.
We all used to cast message all the time.
Adrie has never cast message in her life.
Well, how the hell were we whispering to each other in our minds so many times? I was always replying to people.
Victor does it a lot.
Yeah, you can reply to a message, but someone else.
Right, but who was initially sending it?
I can't even take message. I don't think.
Well, who the hell was initiating it? It was
Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, maybe old Kaeviir had it as a cantrip. Doesn't matter. We can't do it now.
Yeah.
So I'll just never mind. Ignore the message, but I'll just hand
Yeah,
gesture.
it might have had to be Kaeviir because yeah, the only three classes that can do it is Bard, Sorcerer, and Wizard.
Yeah. So I'm going to God, this is gonna be complicated
Wait,
now.
didn't Adrie send out a message to the Ludos once? There was some kind of sending
She's
spell she did.
scryed them. Does she have sending? Let me see if I have sending. Okay, so I have sending, but I don't have it prepared right now.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, like, because I remember having to do the magic rule where, because there was two Ludos in the same world, that the spell
Yeah.
went to both.
Yeah.
I'm going to just hand gesture. Wait there for a minute. Hold up.
Okay. I'll kind of
Actually, meet me halfway.
I'll look back at cereal, and like sheath my sword.
She's
Like,
a frosted fake.
We should probably see if they want to start moving soon. I'm sure all the explosions are gonna.
Bring out the rest of the Kagrat.
Yeah, they're gonna garner some attention.
Oh yeah, no, the Barons. She don't like you.
Should she talk about me?
She put a hit on you.
Oh.
Oh, would have taken it up and taken your head off earlier if I wasn't working for Soth.
Didn't she say she? Wait, didn't she say she's not working for Soth anymore?
No, if she
Okay.
wasn't working for Soth.
Oh, okay. So she is still working for Soth right now? Okay.
She's
All right.
subcontracting right now.
Okay.
It's all confusing.
I'm gonna walk up towards like halfway to where Adrie and her mom are.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna gesture to Adrie.
She heads off to the next tavern and kicks in the door again.
She's not going anywhere. We have the only exit.
Yeah.
So, Ludo,
Mhm.
I gave him a map that tracks your mother's position. He's currently retrieving her book.
Why do you have a map that tracks my mother's location?
The other guy had it.
Okay.
All of this is irrelevant.
Body goes through window.
Anyway, we're gonna your dad should be headed back to wherever she's at, which is why I gave him the map. So that way when we got back here, we could take maybe a slow return. They don't know how fast the boat goes.
Mhm.
We will travel at about half speed, buying us plenty of time, allowing Ludo to meet back with us. We will then intercept to pick him up for your mom. Bingo bango, you owe me $1 million. All right. I'm gonna go relay that plan to the captain. If you could maybe stop her from doing too many murders, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
We're gonna try to get her back in her normal headspace as soon as possible.
Another window.
I am going to Adrie's going to hug Kaeviir.
Oh, these again. Great.
Thank you.
I'm going to tap her on the back. There.
I'm thanking you. You're not comforting me.
Oh, I thought that was okay.
Thank you.
This is a substantial amount of time.
Well, this means a lot to me, even though you did poison everyone before you left, which was
Anyone die?
kind of a jerk thing to do.
But did you die?
Obviously not.
So no harm, no foul. Would you have taken food poisoning to get your mom back?
Hawk died.
I'm going to.
In all fairness,
reference.
that had nothing to do with me.
But if you were there, it might not have happened.
Would that not have happened? It might have been me. In all
That's
fairness,
very
Hawk should have
possible.
ran off too. Maybe it wouldn't have happened to him.
I will let go of Kaeviir.
Thank you.
Thank you. This means a lot.
It's okay. You owe me a favor. I'm gonna walk away.
I'm gonna head into the tavern to make sure she's not killing anyone.
Tacit approval by her not denying it. She owes me a favor. Fair?
Kaeviir is Adrie's best friend. If like he asks her for help with something, she's probably going to help them.
Unless she disagrees with it, in which case she'll argue for a long time and not do it. But
True.
a favor, there
After
is
killing
none
all
of
those
that.
innocents of Valiki, she really can't take
She
the high ground.
res them.
Not all of them. You know how I know that? Because one of them is piloting our ship as a pile of bone. Look, a favor is you not being able to say no when I ask. Right? So if I'm like, hey, jump up and down 3 times, you're like, no, I don't want to. I'm like, favor. And then you're like, shit.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's like a contract using our hearts. Right?
Right.
And
I'm
leveraging the
in the-
social contract
I'm
of
in the
friendship
tavern. I'm in the
as a
tavern.
benefit to me.
It gets darker for a moment over you. The shadow covers the docks first, heads out over the sea, covers the sea from the sky.
Talking to
A
me?
second one, everyone.
Oh.
A second one does as well, and you can actually see it as the shadow circles over the water, blocking out part of what it's coming through from the light of the night sky.
We should go.
I'm gonna whistle at
Your
Captain.
ship's up in the air.
They flew over it.
They flew over your ship from the top, not underneath,
Yeah,
Right, but they flew over it to the ocean, correct?
and circled back towards the town.
Okay. Captain, I whistle.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, seems like maybe getting the hell out of here wouldn't be such a bad idea right now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
I'll
dash I'm a dash cunning action dash to get over to Adrie and Cereal. I know it's pronounced different, but her name is Cereal to me now. I can't help it.
my partner Muselix.
As you reach over, through the clouds breaks, a gargantuan shadow dragon begins to land on top of the black tower of the Kagrat. And
Oh, cool. They have
the head turns towards the docks.
Yep, time to go.
Is it kind of in range of me? How far away from me is it?
The tower, about probably 400 feet from you, to the base of the tower.
Within range of vocal communication? If I shouted?
You can try.
I'm gonna use draconic language. I'm going to be standing behind a building, like in a hallway, like in kind of one of the corridors between buildings, giving me the ability to kind of evade. I was over by Adrie and Cyril, and I'm gonna say, get back around the back of the building, get up to the boat. Captain's gonna have it in position relatively soon.
All right, Cyril, we gotta move.
I'm going to.
Sarah puts her head out. The fuck, I'm stepping out of this fight. She begins to draw her sword.
You have a job to do.
Yeah, protect you.
No,
Not Miss Monster
it's
Slayer.
to follow my orders as given.
You haven't paid yet.
I'm not going to pay if you don't do what you're supposed to do. This is a job. It's an look. If I have to report back to Soth that you are a non loyal subject, then I doubt that he would have as deep a faith in you as you would like him to have. Look,
Soth got to engage it last time. Damn it.
Soth and I, we rap sometimes, dog.
So you want me to get your elf friend to safety?
I want you to get her to the boat, get her to the captain, and then follow his instruction and her instruction as they get the boat into position, the skyship, in order to get me the fuck out of here. So by doing this, you're protecting me.
She just keeps looking up at it.
Go. That's an order.
You give me one more of those, I quit.
Okay, well, go. It's a suggestion. Just get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to start walking down the corridor sort of away from where the ship is. So that way I can draw the attention away. Give them time to get moving before I dash cutting action, dash my ass back up to a rope ladder.
All right,
All right.
moving back behind the building.
Okay, they go that route. What are you doing, Rain?
Well, I was told to get out of here. I think I probably need to get back to the airship.
All right. Well, how do you get the airship down?
Well, I don't think getting the airship down. It's just how am I going to get up? I assume I should be able to get a hold of or get Brendan's attention or Cargilla's or someone to throw me
Mhm.
something down, right? Throw me a
Yeah.
rope over. All right. Well,
I have a question.
okay.
So when I cast daylight, that spell lasts for an hour.
No,
So
it's still there and it's still
it's-
lighting up the boat.
Okay. I was wondering if they were attracted to that. Like if that's what they're looking at.
No, the eyes seemed a little more fixated where you guys were.
Okay.
At least that dragon's.
Right.
It's not going to change my direction. I'm going to tell them to throw me over a rope ladder or something so I can get back up on board.
Brendan throws you down one.
All right. Then I'm climbing.
All right. Give me athletics.
Okay. 15.
You make it up fun.
Okay. Good.
All right. Give me initiatives, the three of you.
Oh no.
Right now, it's just giving me a turn order.
Okay. Well, 15 for Rain.
15. Well, I'll just say 14.
Okay.
19.
So, okay. Adrie, Rain. Here. All right. So, all right. So, Adrian thrust tucked back around the building. Rain's climbed the ladder. And Kaeviir, you are going down what corridor? You go down the corridor?
I'm going down a corridor that kind of leads, like if the dragon were to focus its attention on where I would be speaking from, it would be facing away from where the boat is and where all the people would be getting onto the skyship.
Okay.
So the way I figured it's like the visualization I have is the docks on the left, facing up towards town where the tower is.
Tower.
Right.
This is where you guys were at,
Okay.
or that's
Yeah.
where they are at.
Turn it sideways. That's exactly the way my brain has it. So where your
Okay.
finger is at the bottom.
Okay.
That's the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Run
This
along.
whole area is the docks.
Right. Now run along the side to the right side. Oh, no, where your hand would be holding it. Yeah, on the
Okay.
bottom. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Like in that
That is a
area.
long ass. Okay. That's gonna take you a few turns.
I don't need to be all the way over there, but that's the direction I need to get. I want maybe
Okay.
2 dash cutting action dash movements to get over there. And I want to
Okay.
be behind buildings speaking into one of the open kind of walkways. So that way my voice will carry by echoing off of the side walls of the buildings.
Okay.
Also, it gives me added protection of not being in direct line of sight of a breath weapon or,
Okay.
Dragons, they get a recharge time on their breath weapons. My
It.
vast
Mhm.
experience in interacting with these fucking douchebags has led me to believe that if you can get into a tight spot, oftentimes they don't get to use their big powerful form. So
All right. So you're heading down that way. Okay. So Adria, you and Serial are at the top of the dock in the docks.
Okay. So we're going to where Kaeviir said, which was behind the building,
Okay.
and then let me know if I'm misremembering, but you said for us to wait here for the ship to pick us up.
no, I was saying get
No.
to the boat,
Oh,
but
okay.
just go back behind the building so that way you can't be breath weaponed by a dragon that you don't see coming.
Okay. All right.
One of them can walk on water. The other is in full plate as well and can't.
Right, but they're in behind buildings, correct?
They
Not
are
on the
right
water.
now. No, but you talking about the airship or are you talking about?
The airship, yeah.
Yeah, it's out over the water right now.
Right, but I'm assuming that when the captain gets on it and he
Okay,
knows
he's
they're
gonna come in. Okay.
I assume, look, I don't know what everyone's actions are going to be, and I don't have message, and I was sort of limited with time, so issuing a whole series of that seemed unreasonable. So the first and best thing to do is just have faith that my teammates will know what to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I will assume that given everything that we've done together, they seem capable. So I will cause a distraction. Dragons don't get talked to in their native tongue very often.
Can I see the airship over the water with the rope ladder?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Your son lights it up with that black underneath.
Would you
Okay.
turn that shit off? Jesus Christ.
Then I am going to use my bonus
Target
action.
here.
She's just like those people. Whenever we watch an HBO show and people are walking through a dark room trying to be sneaky and they have a flashlight out, they're like pointing it at windows and fucking turning wide. And I'm just like, point it down until you need something to look at something.
Some of my dad's old Navy buddies had a saying, nothing more dangerous than a lieutenant with a flashlight in the dark.
Oh, no shit. No shit. I'm just like, we were watching, was it Last of Us?
Uh-huh.
Last of Us, and fucking Joel's flashlight discipline makes me insane. Like, it just makes me crazy. People are like trying to sneak around and they're like slamming shit up against the doors and they're like pointing flashlights at big pane windows. And I'm like, motherfucker. Like, from anywhere outside of that building, it looks like a fucking discotheque in here. It's like either a nightclub opened last night and they're playing or Joel is looking for bandages on a fucking
All right. I am going to use my bonus action to expend a channel divinity in order to regain a 3rd level spell. And then I am going to immediately cast that 3rd level spell on Serial to give her water walk. And I'm going to say, we're going on the water and we're getting on the boat.
The fuck?
We're going on the water.
All right.
croak on the water.
So
And my
two
boat's
full
in the
plate elves
sky.
start looking across the water as fast as they can run.
Well, I just used my
One of
bonus
them-
action
okay.
and my action to cast a spell, so I only have my movement at this point.
Well, it's not like she can dash action dash, so.
True.
So you guys are heading that way.
Yeah, we're gonna just like hop
Okay.
on the water. Do I want to cancel the daylight spell? Actually, let me look at the wording of it.
Let me look up Shadow Dragon
duration,
real quick.
1 hour. I assume I can just like choose to cancel it, or does it just stay on?
I believe you can choose to cancel it. It's
Okay.
like almost any other spell.
Well, I am an elf, so I have dark vision. So, as we're approaching, I will cancel the daylight spell, so that way,
By the way, y'all are making a good argument for not all elves are related right now.
but we literally are related in this particular instance.
Yeah, it's like the first time we can actually say that for sure that these two elves are definitely related.
So yeah, I'm gonna cancel daylight as we start walking across the water because I don't want the two of us to be lit up in the middle of the water for the dragons to see.
All right. Rain.
Well, I'm getting up. I'm climbing up the ladder. Have I gotten up to the top
Oh
of the
yeah.
ship now?
No, yeah,
Oh.
we start your turn and you're up there.
I am going to start directing Brendan and Cargillis for as much as he is able to help to Well, it seems to me like getting the airship out of the reach of the daylight is not a bad idea.
She just
Is this-
canceled the daylight.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
she did
just
cancel the
canceled
daylight. Okay, so it's daylight. So okay, well in that case, okay, so when I get to the surface, am I able to look down and see? Do I see them running towards the boat?
You can see them on the surface, the water running towards
Running
the boat.
towards. Okay. I am going to dash over to the wheel. And I am going to sort of sweep the boat to try and meet them halfway to cut their journey in half.
Okay.
Basically, that rope ladder should still be hanging off the side. I want to try and get as close to them as I possibly can to close the distance between them and the airship.
All right, I'll allow.
Okay.
You're able to actually bring the airship to them.
Okay. Yep, just kind of
All right.
swing that bitch right on over, and there you go, rope ladder.
All right. Kaeviir.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
I'm preparing something very cool.
Now I'm going to bring out this cool thing that I prepared earlier.
Does it have egg in it?
No, but I did have to boil the butter.
All right, I am ready.
All right.
This is very cool. I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna get into position. Or is he sitting there listening?
He's on top of the tower. His eyes are more focused on the bay right now.
I'm going to shout loudly. Ymir, vi wedab al tuieri. That translates to "Hear me, Darkwing."
The head turns.
Origato udata rentesc, jaka perspekwer exolovich di drasham dari. Let us speak now in the speech of the Dragon Kings. See me, Kaeviir, we're professional. I am Kaeviir the professional. And then, who are you?
Responds in Draconic. I am Ebb, advisor to Aslan. and here to seek vengeance. For witnesses claim it was Kaeviir that killed him.
The witnesses are wrong.
I saw you in the castle myself.
You're speaking of my mirror.
You're still a Kaeviir. You will still die.
All dragons are not to blame for the actions of one. Neither is any Kaeviir responsible for the actions of the others. But let me just make it clear. And I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to lift them up and I'm going to walk out down the hallway. If anyone wants to put down Kaeviir, it's me.
I don't care about the difference.
Your best chance at getting him is through me. If vengeance is something you really want, then this is your path. He could leave this realm and you can't. And then he's lost to you forever. I can follow him.
And knowing what I know of Kaeviir, and the tales he spins in these mirrors could be false as well. I'd rather not take the chance.
I can show you a fake mirror. You
I
can
can show
prove
you
it's...
dead Kaeviir.
Let's hope it's the other one.
I'm looking at one that will be.
I would hate for something as interesting and ancient as you to run into this type of end. I can help you. You're angry. Your rage will be your failure. You will be left to have to deal with that. Or give us a few weeks. I'll bring you his head myself.
I have no reason to trust you.
You have no reason not to.
I have every reason not to trust a Kaeviir. You're the enemy of the realms.
Not me. The other one is.
You killed Strahd. Why wouldn't you talk to save your ass if you killed Aslan?
That was a personal conflict. He had a grudge with me. I had a grudge with him. It had nothing to do about the realm. You've had personal conflicts before. Your age? Look, I've already killed him
Bloom,
once.
strike the ship.
I'm gonna shake my head and be like, you're gonna remember this day as a really poor decision. Now you have 2 Kaeviirs after you.
Soon to only be one.
No, there's going
If the
to
other
be...
one even exists.
There are multiple, and not just 2. And let me tell you something. Boy, did you pick the wrong one. And I'm just going to slide back behind the building. I'm going to roll a stealth check.
All right.
32.
All right.
I'm going to start heading back towards the area where the boat is.
All right. At that point, the other one lands on the tavern where Adrie was standing earlier and peers out at the water.
Boy, man. I always prefer to treat with dragons as opposed to cut their heads off. But I guess I could find a big jar. Between you and me, the dialogue is pretty rad, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing, dude.
Found
I felt really
5e.
bad. I felt really bad about this one after that.
I found a 5e draconic translator.
That is, dude.
Nice.
I'm jealous, by the way.
I didn't like. I wrote a bunch of journals about Kaeviir's interaction with like the ancient dragons
Hmm.
and like the Council of Dragons, and they're having to recover the eggs and stuff like that. And I started thinking about like how if I was around for a long time, the only people I would be able to interact with for long stretches would be demons,
Dragons.
dragons, things like that, right? So, like the average person, I might not have met before, but oftentimes you go to a place and it's just like, oh, the dragon, I know them. I knew their granddad. He's pretty cool. Or like, oh, you're talking about Nyarwek? Oh, dude, he's a dick. He killed the Science Brigade. Can you believe that? Like for no reason. Fucking dick. He stole the Eye of Erethanen and he buried it so he could sit on it like a fucking dweeb. I don't know. There's something fun about making up this gibberish lore,
Hmm.
like throwaway lore. You guys ever do that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh God, I remember the one time I got drunk from the bone chalice. Jesus, I still have a crick in my neck from that.
That hangover lasted for 10 years.
10 long years. I ended up teaching English out of a Detroit middle school.
Fuck.
It's crazy.
Adrie, give me a DC
A
Dex
DC.
Dex save.
Dex save.
The
Okay.
dragon
it-
opens its mouth and a necrotic line shoots towards the two of you.
Ew.
Thrasta's shield pops up and she holds it in place.
18.
The DC was 20.
Oh no.
Don't you wish you had a help action?
Yeah.
Wish I had a help action.
Oh, whoops. Okay, that's Eb. Hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, the DC was 20. And you guys
Melt.
Serial is actually able to use her shield to cover both of you. And you guys take half of the 58.
Mom is
Half
saving me.
of the 58. You gonna roll that recharge, D-Walk, or do they do it per round now?
I can do it now if you'd like.
I'd like that.
Okay. That was a 1. So the breath weapon does not activate on Gloom the
So
next round.
20, 29 damage, David?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. The rest is still up there in
Just
triple
gonna-
digits.
I am not in triple digits.
You 29? Oh no, she's still okay. She's still good.
Where's my cleric heal thing? Just gonna look at that real quick. Okay.
Kaeviir, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Okay.
Ludo's behind you.
Oh. Great.
I didn't get the book. I saw the dragons.
And you stopped short of getting the book?
Oh no, the castle was overrun. That's gonna need some more help. But when I saw the dragons, I came. They flew over the castle.
Well, they're here. And they don't want to talk.
I've dealt with it before. I'll distract. You get them out.
Wait a minute, I was distracting. You get them out. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, you stay. It's probably better if you get croaked.
Aw.
They said that I killed Aslan. Or
Wait, so Aslan didn't
Azraban.
ascend?
Agrabah.
So Aslan didn't ascend. He died?
They said that I killed him, which I assume means the mirror me because I didn't do that. Because I wasn't even here.
No, you weren't.
That means the other me's around again.
Or he was. Victor chased him into Victor went into the mirror world after him.
Well, he's causing
I tried to stop
problems.
the kid and he put me to sleep. I'm assuming probably with your drought venom you had in your lab.
It's a powder, but yeah. Whatever. Semantic.
Mm. Tell me Victor left you the Shadow Dragon Rod that he used to pacify Ebb last time.
Maybe.
I hope to God he left it on the ship.
Well, I have to get up there.
Which is probably why Ebb brought Gloom with her. The rod's powerful, but I don't know if it can hold both of them, but it can hold one of them. Ebb was not happy when he used it last time.
Who's the stronger?
Ebb.
So we'll control Ebb and we'll kill the other one, I guess. If we have the rod.
If we have the rod.
I've got to get back up to this boat.
Oh, I can see if I can piss her off again. Got an idea.
You can dress up as me.
He casts major image and he looks like you.
Ugh. It's not right when you do it.
Except I do you with flair. He pops his collar and starts to run down the way. Oi! Fuck you!
Oh, Jesus. This is bad for business. Oi, fuck you. Oi, fuck you.
That classic professional phrase that we all know. What's their catchphrase? I heard that's carved into the front of their building.
Isn't
Right.
that like
Oi,
written at the
fuck
bottom?
you.
Isn't that written at the bottom of the plaque that's been left for him in Barovia?
It's on our seal at the bottom. It's like
Your lies.
E pluribus fuckus
Fuck
uis.
I'm sorry, brother. I couldn't
Out
resist.
of many, fuck you. Was it E pluribus? I don't know what fuck is in Latin. E
All right.
pluribus gizio e bungholio.
All right, top of the round. Adrie at the bottom of the ladder.
Gonna start climbing.
All right. Athletics.
I hope you don't have a deck save on the ladder. Oh, it's a rope ladder. You can swing. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
21.
All right. You two make it up the ladder. You make it up first. Serial makes it up after you.
Can you dash up a ladder if you don't use your hands?
How would that work?
If you just like picked up tremendous speed and you waited for the ladder to swing out, you could, before the force would swing it back down, if you put force outward away from the fulcrum point, like the point where
Wile E. Coyote no, because the minute you were to put your weight into the rope ladder momentum would carry you. You just flip backwards.
You'd have to move very quickly and pull away from the central point, moving in the direction towards the boat. You'd have to wait for the ladder to swing. You couldn't have it be upright. You'd have to throw the ladder forward, and then as it came back, begin your push. So that way you'd actually be pushing against the rope.
I see what
it would be a series of really bitchy checks. it would be really rough. And also based on the length of the ladder would determine whether or not it was even possible. Mm-hmm. But physically it's there. You could do it with physics, you could do it. It's just Jesus, that check is gonna be hard. That being said, I do pass those checks, I think, with 3 lucky rolls, 2 Well, the portents don't help me this time.
Roll to defy the second rule of motion.
No, you're not defying it. You're just catching it at an inopportune time for it trying to fail you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Or if the rope ladder was long enough, you could nail it down or suspend something on it to counterbalance the weight so it didn't swing back. And then lean forward so that your feet were pushing the rope at an exact angle away from the point where it's suspended to the boat. And then you have the same, it would be reduced gravity, but the same pressure off of the back. So all the pressure would be pulling straight away on the rope and not downward. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's doable. I might just have to figure another thing out. Maybe I'll just hang on to the rope and you guys fly away.
Well,
and I'll
also,
smoke a pipe. I'll smoke like a pipe, and I'll just be like, "I love it when a plan comes together." Put my hand in my shirt.
is this airship faster than a shadow dragon?
No,
Okay.
I mean definitely not at takeoff. I mean, I don't know how fast they move. But based on wind, I guess would dictate. Like they're sort of restricted by needing to get wind under their wings.
Mm-hmm.
So a strong headwind might actually benefit their ability to stay aloft, but it would reduce their speed. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we're not really constrained by those because we're shaped like a bullet. But we do have a slow takeoff speed because we have to go vertical first, and they can just go at an angle.
Yeah.
D&D is a game for smart people. Let me just tell you, this is a game for people who are willing to dissect the very natural laws of the universe in order to justify not getting nuked by a dragon. Right? Like, hey, there's a fantasy problem. Can you solve it with your fucking basic high school understanding of physics? We have a chemist though, so whenever we have a problem in that area,
Yeah.
At least give you some kind of a decent answer.
if we need anything filed, we have a person whose sorting skills are off the charts. Rachel sorts like the wind.
Don't trust her with an egg.
And if the only thing between life and death is a series of inane butt references, or indirect references to any cartoon from 1985 to 1994, then you're good. If you guys need a Jason the Wheeled Warriors reference to pull us from certain death, you know, I feel like I might be the weak link here.
No. I'm just trying to read what I can do right now because I am pretty much tapped out of spells and I've used all of my channel divinity.
You need to get to the wood barrel and you need to start repairing as we get away.
Drop anchor, then get it back up real fast.
Yep. Actually, I don't think anchor works on airships.
Well, not without
unless
tearing
we
up half
hook the edge of a
countryside.
building or something.
Yeah.
That actually is all right. D-Walk, note for next time we have some downtime.
If we survive this.
Yes.
I wanna build some sort of like rope guns that'll fire off like a chain with like a not a grappling hook necessarily, but like something that'll spike and shoot into the wall, and then when I retract it, release the width of the spike, so that way it'll be like sort of like a climbing spike on the end of a chain.
Okay.
So that way we can use that to do hard turns and pivots by like shooting a
Ah.
tree, whipping around real quick, and then releasing as we get the end of the rotation.
All right.
Maybe shooting a dragon right in the asshole and letting them pull us along. Sure, that'll take some engineering time, but
They call that the Tennessee tow rope.
talk about Kansas City Shuffle. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism. We really appreciate you coming in and listening. We also really appreciate all the people who support our Patreon. By supporting the Patreon, you're going to get behind the scene uncut clips that you'll get to see sort of like maybe the tissue behind some of the edited, cleaned up content. And you'll get that whenever we have a big block of it to drop, as well as any updates or any information behind the scenes stuff that we think the Patreons would like to know. So if you'd like to support our Patreon and help us continue making the high quality, high octane podcast that you've come to expect, go ahead to patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Thank you. And as usual, the invoice is in the mail. That boy got a handful of spaghetti. And when he holds the meatballs, he turns his head and coughs. We'll be back to Handful of Spaghetti after messages from these corporate sponsors. Oh, did you guys want me to do a commercial? Is that what we're all
No.
quiet? We're all waiting.
No,
Madoff Monday. Donate 30 grand and it'll disappear. But Bernie Madoff versus Bernie Sanders in a no-holds-barred cage match. They'll eat oatmeal for breakfast. That's it. That's what they do.
Okay, all right.
One because he's
shadow.
old and it's cheap. The other one just because that's what they give you in prison.